Hello. In this coming cycle of the Torah reading, I will try to use this stage of the videoed, the filmed Divrei Torah to speak in English, and inshallah I'll continue giving the Divrei Torah in Hebrew. So in our Parashat Bereishit, the world is created, man is created, and man is put in Gan Eden. As he is put there, we understand what is his purpose. Why is he put there? Hashem says, "Vayikach Hashem Elokim et Adam, vayanicheu vegan Eden le'ovdah ulshomra." Man is supposed to work the land and is supposed to keep up the land, to guard the land. He is not there for his own benefit, but he is there out of responsibility to keep up what Hashem has begun. He has to continue to make sure that the land continues flourishing, growing. He has a responsibility, not ownership. This idea continues in the next pasuk. Hashem tells them, "Vayitzav Hashem Elokim al Adam lemor, mikol etz hagan achol tochel, ume'etz hadat tov v'ra lo tochal mimenu." Hashem immediately tells man, you may eat from whatever you want except one tree. You have to refrain from one tree that you may not eat from. Without even getting into the idea of what is special about the tree that man must refrain from, the concept, the idea that he has to refrain from eating a certain tree brings man into the mindset and into the understanding that he is not the owner of the world, but rather he is a guest. He is here on a mission in Hashem's world. He has an obligation. He is obligated to take care of the world, to behave in it in a certain way. He has a responsibility. The connection between man and land is the connection in which we can see the biggest danger in which man can think and can look at the world as if it belongs to him. He builds on the land, he grows his crops in the land, he is stable in one place, and he feels as if he is the king of the world, or at least the king of his part of the world. And the Torah from the beginning doesn't give man a second to think otherwise, tells him, you are not the owner. Hashem is the owner. You are responsible for Hashem's world. It could be that Cain fell for this mistake. He maybe understood that the world is his, and that might be part of the problem why Hashem wouldn't accept his offering. This idea I heard from Mori Rabbi Amnon Bazak. And throughout the Torah, we see again and again that the Torah emphasizes in the mitzvot of the land that man is not the owner of the world. We see that with all the mitzvot that are of Trumot u'Masrot, that they all come to tell a person, you do not own the land. The connection between you and land is not that of ownership, but rather that of responsibility. You have to thank God for what He has given you, and therefore you must eat some of the fruit in Yerushalayim. But you also must support others, because what you have is not your own, but rather it's a responsibility to give out to those in need. Kohanim, Leviim, and the poor. We see that also in Matnot Aniyim, in Pe'ah, Leket, and Shichecha. We see that throughout these mitzvot. They emphasize to us the idea that we are not owners, but rather we're responsible to use what we have gotten from Hashem in the correct way to lead the world into a higher level morally and spiritually. This year we're in Shnat Shemitah. The idea of Shnat Shemitah is exactly that. Hashem is the owner of the world. I may eat from my own land just as others may eat. And there's a chance for everyone in society to have fruit that I thought until yesterday was actually mine. I would like for us to maybe from this start of Sefer Bereishit and from this idea that we're not owners but rather responsible, to go into depth into this thought and learn together as a community the Mishnayot of Seder Zraim, starting from Masechet Pe'ah. Bezrat Hashem on Sunday we'll be starting learning a daily Mishnah as a community and together internalize the important ideas of Seder Zraim. Shabbat Shalom.